Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome to another game of Starcraft 2. This is going to be MMA versus Snute, game number 3. This is going to be the final of the best of 3 between these two guys, part of the HomeStory Cup number 12. So good luck, have fun, throwing out, very good at the beginning. Always want to be polite and that always gets you a good reputation. Look at Liquid TLO, he's the friendliest guy around and this dude has like a 50,000 person following on Twitter. May not be the best player, but he certainly knows how to behave well and be a very nice guy. So a typical block going to be going off here for MMA. Obviously he doesn't want to get rushed by the Zerg. Gonna see how this is going to begin for Snute. He is going to go for that expansion before the spawning pool. There it is. Hatchery is down, 17 hatch. 2 drones going down, a gas geyser going down beforehand also. And here we go, we do have double barracks being opened on straight away. Now he already has gas being in production. I think this is actually going to be a Reaper beginning, because he does have enough for 2 Reapers at the very start. A third barracks going down, this is crazy. Even before one is complete, he's building a third barracks already. I think this is definitely going to be some sort of early aggression build. There we go, spawning pool is about halfway done. Hatchery is almost done. Also, he is going to have enough gas for the metabolic boost as soon as this pops up. So luckily he did start off like that. Early gas, always very good against Reapers, because you are going to be able to get enough units to defend against it. There we go, 1 Reaper is out on the way. Second one is almost complete. And we do have a second gas coming out. Now there's no expansion as of yet, just to note that. 2 minutes and the expansion has not even been started. I think that MMA wants to end this game before it gets to the late game. The metabolic boost has been started, but the Reaper is already here. So these Zerglings would be very lucky to actually catch on up to this Reaper. Now another queen coming out there, so 2 queens out straight away. Now he's going to be as annoying as possible for as long as possible, but I really, honestly, I'm questioning this right now. There's 2 bases already complete for Snute. If he manages to get a Roach Warren, and I'm not sure why he's not actually doing it, this would be very deadly for him. Now there it is, Roach Warren is now out. It's going to take a while for it to come up. He does manage to snipe one of the Reapers. Very good queen play right here. Keeping those in combat. There we go, the command center is now up. It is about a third complete. So this is definitely something you want to do when you see a Roach Warren on the way. Just in case, because if those Roaches come up, you really need to have so many more units before you can actually do something significant. Oh, these Reapers are getting surrounded. Doesn't quite manage to kill one of them with the Zerglings, which I believe now have speed as well. They do, they are indeed speedlings. But this base almost fully saturated at this point. Nice, 1 queen getting taken out. Very good, there's only 2 queens remaining, so that means no creep queen at the moment. Almost manages to get the second queen down. And the 2 queens are now so low, he really wants to keep them away, possibly even bring it back to the second base. And at this point, I believe the trade has already been worth it. 1 Reaper for 7 Zerglings and 1 queen. He's already doing quite well. Obviously he's set back on economy, but at the same time he has a very good commanding lead in terms of units lost and all that. But the problem now is he's going to want to get this expansion as soon as possible, because if he doesn't get it up in time, the Zerg player is going to start bringing out a Nidus network, possibly just rushing straight into the base, and that would result in a very ugly situation. Now he is getting himself a lair. So is he going to try to do this with Nidus networks? But at the moment, looking at this, there's a total of 10 Reapers. They're all fully healed up, of course. And 10 Reapers versus 6 Roaches. I believe the Roaches would win straight out. But of course, you never really fight like that with Reapers. Now, his biggest problem right now is there's full vision here. He sees everything. Oh, this one almost getting quickly nuked down. So he knows where the creep tumor is. He might be able to snipe it out using the bombs. Obviously, he's not going to be able to see it at this point without a scan. Oh, this is huge. At this time, right now, this is exactly where he wants to engage. It's either now or never. He's going to want to do as much damage as possible. Taking out one queen, a roach also going to get taken out here. A second roach going to get taken out, and he's going to want to back off now. He did actually do quite significant damage here. Double evolution chamber coming out also. And at the moment, nothing else. Glider Reconstitution is on the way. Actually cancelling that. Deciding to go for ranged attacks instead. Did he just... Oh no, they were ready. Okay. Okay, so he's putting down his third base right now, so this is very good. Now there is a Marine and one Marauder force coming out. A few Reapers as well are coming back to the Zerg base. Now I think that the Zerg should be able to hold on just fine here. Infestation Pit on the way. And there we go, he did put out the Glider Reconstitution again. I believe he wanted to save those resources for something else. Perhaps it was for the Infestation Pit. So Stimpack and 1-1 being completed for Terran ground units, or bio units. Now these Reapers aren't really going to be able to do anything. They're obviously going to be able to scout, but not really anything to do for damage, because they are outnumbered at this stage. Now there is an armory going down also. Questionable. Questionable. I'm wondering why he's doing that right now. So the third base is already up for the Terran player, which is actually quite interesting. He's managed to get this command center up before the hatchery was complete. Now obviously there's a huge saturation here already, and he's now going to have pretty much 3 bases saturated as soon as this is up, which is quite huge. Now 3 bases all with Vespene Geysers already complete. I wonder, is he going to go for a Mutalisk play here? Or if he's going to continue on with the Infestors. Infestors also do cost a lot of gas. However, 6 extractors generally means Mutalisk play. Alright, lots of Marines, a few Marauders and a few Reapers. I do believe that taking this force straight on, unless he's got some medevacs behind him, it's going to be questionable. There is a fungal growth going down, hitting just 3 Marines. Not a huge thing, but the damage from the Marine is going to be huge right now. I do believe the Marine force is going to come out on top. MMA, is he going to be able to pull it off here? If he destroys this base fully, this could be very dangerous. All of the drones getting pulled off as well. Does lose 2 of them, but decides to back off instead. A lot of units going to be produced here, but they're probably going to get destroyed as soon as they come up. Oh, a huge fungal growth going down. Gonna take out a few Marines with that, doing damage to the other ones, just draining that medevac energy. Very, very good play here. Another fungal growth going down. Not quite sure if it's going to destroy anything, but the roaches coming here to reinforce, going to force the units to be lifted off. One tank also getting lifted off, and this is held off. Wow, Snute, well done on holding on to that. That was very, very intense. It looked pretty grim there with all of those Marines and Marauders, but at the same time, with those fungal growths, very, very well played. So what are we going to see here? We do have level 2 ranged attacks for the Zerg. And he's expanding a little bit in terms of his creep tumors. He does also have a base here. I'm probably going to have to cancel that, unfortunately. There he goes. He does try to sneak it away. Does just about manage to. I wonder if he's going to try to do that again. Yes, he is indeed. 4th base coming up again. Now the Marines are heading back on out. Is this creep tumor going to be put down? Now you might think that, oh, he can just scan it. But don't forget that if he wastes a scan just for 1 creep tumor, absolutely not worth it. Now he sees it right now. He is going to put it down. He's also getting good vision here, so I suppose that one was okay. Does have 2. Oh, this is going to get taken out. Managing to fungal growth the tank, and 2 medevacs getting fungal growth as well. This is huge. This could be a comeback right now. Snute doing a crazy amount of damage with those fungal growths. Very, very good engage from him. Taking out so many units there. I'm going to quickly have a look. 2 tanks taken out very, very recently. 41 Marines. In terms of units, if you think about that, 8 drones, 18 Zerglings, 25 roaches. I would argue that at the moment, MMA is doing a lot better. But if this base comes up, it's going to start to be very dangerous. Oh, actually, I take that back. There is a 4th base being completed for MMA. So this could potentially spell disaster for Snute. It's going to be on equal bases again. But of course, we are going to see what's going to happen. There is 1 siege tank being brought up here. Got to be able to nuke from the distance. Also going to be pretty safe here. Going to take some free buildings. 1 queen and probably the extractor. Maybe the extractor. Nope, he's going to leave that extractor alone. Actually, never mind. He does have the tank up here. Now, this is pretty big. There's a surround here from the Marine army. Going to be doing a huge amount of damage. 1 tank also up on the high ground, being safe and constantly doing damage. At this point, only 2 kills, but he is working away on that and doing significant damage otherwise. 3 kills now, including the extractor. And at this point, it's anyone's game. The Zerg player does have a bigger army right here, but on the other hand, the overall supply for the Terran is bigger. But that is including the reinforcing army. There we go. I'm wondering, is he just baiting right now? Is he trying to get those units to come up with him? He's probably going to want to lift off this siege tank before it gets destroyed, and nope, doesn't manage to quite catch it. Probably the fungal growth preventing it there. Now this base is going to get taken out. There is another hatchery being snuck all the way down here. Obviously he's not aware of it at this point. Didn't do any scans. And the drop here. Just bringing that siege tank all the way up here. Now he's going to want to try to keep this up. He does have a little bit of energy to do a transfuse. All of these Zerg units rushing straight in. A huge engage. Now there is a concave, but at the same time, is it enough? Is there enough Marines and Marauders to destroy all these units? It does not look like it at all. Lots and lots of units from the Zerg. Absolutely insane gameplay here. Both are on very similar supply numbers. There's a lot of roaches being reinforced also and a few Marines. 2 siege tanks being produced also, so obviously MMA is not willing to let this go right now. He wants this base down, he wants to get it destroyed, and he will eventually get it destroyed if he's persistent like this. Now he's still not aware of this base. He actually flew right past it without being aware of it. But he did get spotted, so there we go. These units gonna potentially catch it. If there's a fungal growth that can go down, he will be able to destroy it quite nicely. No, he does not manage that. Now he's actually going to end up spotting this expansion right now. There we go. He is now going to see that creep. Right, lifts those up, brings them on out. Now he definitely saw the edge of the creep. The question is, it's so small, did he even notice it? A huge engage going off here again. These are getting concaved all together. There's not that many Marines here. Gonna get destroyed. A huge fungal growth hitting all of those Marines right there. Just a few tanks. And these siege tanks are not even sieged. They're going to want to back out right now. There's no anti-air, so they will be able to safely get away. There's no infestors also, just to note. Well, actually, correction, they were behind here. So a lot of energy on these infestors as well, if you notice. One of them has 93, the other one has 103. So that's a total of 2 fungal growths right now available. So this is actually a pretty decent position for Snute. He's got more bases, he's expanding, and he's actually doing quite well. He's holding on with the bases that he does have. The thing I'm questioning is, maybe he should try to get the Ultralisks out now. He does have, or MMA does have level 3, both attack and armor for the Bio army. I love the way the units melt like that. Pretty crazy. This one Overlord, just using it to scout a little bit. Now another expansion coming out from MMA. This is a good position for him to be in. Getting that expansion up, getting the economy sorted again, more aggression onto this. This is going to be the 3rd fight from MMA, just engaging onto this. Is he going to lose it as well? Just a small force, using it to kind of bait the army into a concave here. So if you look at these siege tanks, very well positioned. So if the Zerg army does decide to engage, they're going to have to shoot in every direction to try to take it out. Now there we go, forcing them in here. There is a few siege tanks here, nuking away from the background. Just gonna look at their kills. There's 3 on this one, 4 on this one, and 7 on this one. This one is a corporal already. Very good dodge right there. Now on the other side we do have a few units here, but that's not a very huge fight. Just taking a little bit of damage in terms of SCVs, but nothing very significant. This hatchery, is he going to destroy his hatchery? No, he's not. He's going to get warded off again. And at this point, look at the amount of infestors here. There's 8 infestors in total. There's so many fungal growths. I really feel that Snute needs to get the Hive and Ultralisk up. Maybe he thinks it's not worth the time and investment. But I feel, based on what MMA is currently building, he really needs to get that up. Now, the question is, did he cancel the level 3 attack, or is it already complete? No, it's complete. So again, losing all of these units. And Snute destroying absolutely everything from this Terran army. More fungal growths going down. This is a huge fungal growth again. He is going to decide to back on out a little bit. No, he turns around, and I think that he doesn't actually have enough to fight this. I mean, Liquid Snute. He has a lot of fungal growth, but at the same time, the Marines are getting healed up quite quickly by the medevacs. But because of all this aggression, the medevacs are quite low on energy. At least this one is. There's 3 medevacs remaining. He did scout out this base just now. I just saw a scan. Yes, that's correct. So he's aware of this expansion. Now all of these units streaming down here, he's probably going to try to leave this alone. He's obviously taken out the hatchery already. Is he going to try to deny this one as well? If he manages to deny it, Snute still has a full expansion here. There's quite a few minerals on it, but it'll be his last source of income. At the moment, looking at income tabs, the Terran is about 50% higher. And wow, these fungal growths, they are everywhere. There's so many fungal growths going down right now. And again, this Zerg player being able to defend all of these units. Just a few Marines remaining. Alright. So some crazy play from both of these guys, just going all out war. I haven't seen such a action-packed game yet in my whole time casting. It's not that it's been that long, but it's just usually the games end so much faster, and this is pretty damn crazy. There's so much action going on. So this base is pretty well defended. I don't know if the siege tank is actually necessary here. I suppose only against Zergling rushes. But there is a big sensor tower right in the front here, so you wouldn't really be able to sneak past that without being spotted. The amount of units being streamed here from MMA also quite significant. Now these units are going to start streaming in the shorter way. And the supply numbers 181 supply for MMA, 150 now for Snute. A lot of these units are not even here, so it's all roaches. So I really wonder, is this the correct time for MMA to engage? He has a huge supply lead. Does catch this extra expansion, very good for him. Oh, it does catch this expansion as well. This is the only fully and safe mining base for him. Oh, this is massive. 7 drones getting taken out, or 9 drones getting taken out, but that actually includes the base down there. This one base out in the open is the only remaining mining base for Snute. If MMA decides to throw something like 2 medevacs full of Marines into this just to destroy it once and for all, that'll be all of Snute's income gone. All of it. All he's doing at the moment is long distance mining this base. It is, however, almost mined out, so he definitely needs to establish 1 or 2 mining bases that are actually fully operational and safe. Now Liberator is up here right now, just 1. Let me see if he's going to try to do something with that, or if he's just going to scout out if there's the base up again. I think he is doing just that. No, it does look like he might try to get it in behind one of these bases and potentially try to deny the mining ability. Now this hatchery is up again. Now again, not sure if it's worth it, because this base is almost taken out. It is being attacked from behind. No, that's very actually good for him. Now if you look at this, there is actually a small area here where he can sneak by the sensor tower to sneak in a base. I'm not sure if he'd want to do that, maybe he would. But at the moment he seems to be pretty focused on this side. It would be very difficult to defend. And that Liberator's dead. It would be very difficult to defend against pretty much anything if he has one base here and one base here. The Terran obviously very, very mobile with the medevacs. All of this energy on the infestors. I think that the next engage is going to be pretty crucial, and I think that because of all this energy on Snute's infestors, I actually, honestly, I don't know. Is it going to end with a bunch of green marines, or is it going to end with a bunch of holy roaches? Holy, get it? Huh. Right, so let's look at the income tab again. The income is actually fairly close, considering the fact that Snute really only has like 1.5 mining bases. Now, level 3 vehicle weapons going down. That's quite significant. It does appear that it does about 10 extra or 5 extra damage for every upgrade that's available, which is pretty nice. Oh, this is going to be huge if he catches any units right now. Misses with all of those corrosive vials. I love how they burn. That's so cool. Once each tank getting taken out. So this is what Snute really, or MMA really needs to do right now. He needs to do this mech advance, which is very difficult to deal with because one, all that MMA has is ground units. He doesn't have any, or sorry, Snute only has ground units. He doesn't have any mutalisks. He doesn't have any corruptors or anything like that. So it'll be very difficult to deal with this. So definitely the way he wants to proceed right now, all of these tanks right now, very difficult to deal with. And as you can see also, look at that, double expansion coming out. This is going to put MMA in a absolutely commanding lead right now. One medevac getting taken out, or one does escape. And quite a large amount of damage done here. Now this base is, it still has a lot of minerals on it, so definitely worth trying to take that, but very difficult to defend, that's the only problem. Now one thing I've never really seen, funny enough, in the pro games is the middle bases. The gold here and the gold here. I've never really seen them getting taken. And I suppose it's probably because, let's say, a siege tank drop here would be quite deadly. Any kind of drop here, and of course it's right in the middle, so probably very difficult to defend. This hatchery getting taken out, another base denied by MMA. 13 drones taken out at the same time. Does decide to back on out here to try to defend this base. A lot of roaches and ravagers, a few infestors as well, almost full on energy also for most of them. There we go, lots of sensor towers going down just to basically prevent any, or give him a big advantage of when the engages are happening. Now this base, if he would have engaged onto this, he would have gotten it killed before MMA arrived, but unfortunately, obviously vision is everything, and he's not aware exactly how far away MMA is. And this huge Terran push, look at all of these units, absolutely massive. Almost supply capped to this point. He does have a bit more minerals. Oh, and as I was saying, I was just saying that I never see this base being taken, but it does look like it is going to be taken this time. MMA, you are my champion right now. Please come back. I don't want you to retire. This was pretty awesome of a game. And you're doing so good. And just to mention, MMA has an absolute huge history in StarCraft 2. He has won so many competitions, so much money earned through this career. So I assume that he has another career path interesting him. Maybe he wants to go back to the army. Maybe he wants to, I don't know, take up, I don't know, computer science or something like that. Right, so this huge engage, and Liquid Snute calling GG. There we go, MMA winning with the huge Terran army, taking on the Zerg army and surrounding it all together. So that was brilliant play. Wow. It is a shame, MMA, that you had to leave, but that is game number 3, taken by MMA, bringing the series to a close, and I assume we're going to move on to the next mission very shortly. Hi guys, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video. That was game number 3 between Liquid Snute and MMA, formerly of Team Acer. This resulted in a 2-1 victory for MMA, unfortunately, who's retired now. We are going to be moving on to the next video very shortly. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to follow me on social media, my details are on the right hand side here. My subscription button is right underneath my face and also underneath the video if you want to click that. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next video. Good luck. Take care. Bye bye.